The Emirates NBA Cup tips off yet again, and I'm hoping we get an encore performance from last season's tournament where teams came with the competition, the tenacity, the grit. I feel like they took it really serious last time. What are your initial thoughts on the NBA Cup this season?
You know what? I'm kind of glad they brought it back. I think it is important that there is some type of competition aside from just trying to find your standings, as the season progressed. But like right now with the NBA Cup, it's just like another level of competition. And I think it will be meaningful more so now because there are certain stars that won't even be playing.
Yeah.
Which, in a sense, makes it maybe more so where those players who will reap the benefits if their team wins from, because they got to go deep in the bench to get it, get these wins. Maybe because if you go deep in the bench, these are the bench players that's going to reap the benefits of the reward, the financial reward, of course, the more benefit of the financial reward. And I just think it should be interesting, but hopefully the whole intensity is still there. I hope the teams take it just that serious, that they want to be the second one to win the NBA Cup for the 2024 season. I think it's something that's going to be, apparently it's going to be here to stay. The in-season tournament, now coined the NBA Cup, is going to be here to stay. But I think that it is something that just adds another level of intensity. And I'm glad it's here. I'm glad it's back. And I'm glad we're back in it because it's starting real soon. So
Yeah. I'm just happy that the NBA decided to organize it more because it seems like the NBA Cup games will be on Tuesdays and Fridays. Last season, I felt like it was a little random. I was like, wait, is this a regular season game or is this the tournament game? It was hard for me to keep up. But at least this season, every Tuesday and Friday, from November 12th through December 10th. And then once the quarterfinals start, they move to Las Vegas and then they start. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I can get on board with it. But let's talk about these courts though, because
But you know what, real quick, before you go to the courts, you know what I'm thinking? The Emirates airline must have paid a pretty coin to partner up with the NBA. What was that purse like? Not only to just say, we want to be your primary sponsor for this in-season tournament NBA Cup thing, but we also want to be the name on the tournament as a whole. How much was that? It's probably somewhere. Y'all drop that in the comments and tell me how much money Emirates put in to partner up with the NBA. Because I'll tell you right now, it is huge. And they have a headquarters in Dubai. Dubai? I said, who was on that marketing strategy that got a chance to travel to Dubai to kind of seal this deal? Wish it was me.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much money is being spent. And so there's money out there to be made. And once again, the NBA players, they reap the benefits. The NBA franchise reap the benefits of all this money. And it's just to play basketball. I don't say just to play basketball because these guys do put their bodies into it. But you got people out here working real, real hard. And they will never see that type of money. And here we got Emirates Airline just saying, you know what? Yeah, we got it. NBA players, this is a worldwide sport. Y'all might as well get some of this money. I'm blown away by it. I'm just blown away by it. So good job, NBA. And whoever helped seal that deal, I hope they got a promotion.
Okay. So last season, the NBA gave us all these brilliant, vivid courts. And I was like, oh my God, this is a lot of color. And this is too much for my emotions right now. It was like, what? Some of the courts were bright red last season. Looks like we got some other ones that are bright red this season. I
love it.
I don't know.
I like it. I like the differentiation between the NBA Cup courts and the regular season play courts. I love it. I love the bright colors. I love the fact that the NBA Cup trophy is the free throw around the free throw line on each court. I just think that the color scheme is amazing. I think whoever put it together is nice. I do believe that some of the markets did a better job at making their courts a little bit more vibrant, more noteworthy than others. Like I want to say for Indiana, they on their court, although it's blue, it says boom baby. Like they have their catchphrases on the court. One of them they have, I think it may be the Bulls, or one of them, they have like a hand in a basketball. You got to really look at it. And when I seen it on NBA.com, I said, oh my gosh, these are amazing. If you look at each one individually It's nice. They are so nice. And then you got some of them that have the city background of their city they play in. Others don't have nothing. I think the Charlotte Hornets, if I'm not mistaken, those little I want to say octagons maybe are like hornets nests. It's amazing.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so neat. I just think that the detail that went into creating these courts, I think it's something that should be noteworthy. I will say, however, these gray courts are a no-go for me. And the
Really?
Kings and the Jazz court look exactly the same. So I don't know who's going to be playing. It's just, I think that, I'm like really into the look and feel, the appearance of things, because I think those are things that can add to the memory of an event. So I'm always interested in seeing what, for this particular instance, what the NBA puts together from a visual perspective. And I think it's really neat, but I don't like the gray courts. I think they're too dull and they look too much alike. But all the
Hmm.
bright colors is amazing to me. I love it. I love
That's
it.
so funny because I like the gray ones. I like the more
See?
toned down approach.
Nah, give me,
Yeah.
give me bright, bold, in your face. I like that. From this perspective, it just makes sense. I like bright colors in that regard. Although black is my favorite, all things black. But
You
I just
know.
like the fact that the courts are are vibrant. I think it's really, really good. So yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So wait, so last season they got all the top superstars to buy in,
Uh-huh.
right, to this tournament. If they don't get the buy-in this season,
It's a,
having the wonderful courts and all
don't mean
that
nothing.
means absolutely nothing.
You know what though? I wonder, once the Lakers won last season, what was the indicator that kept that top of mind for me as the season progressed? I think once they won the tournament, I was pretty much over it. I
Yeah.
think there needs to be something that highlights the winner, that they got a little patch on their jersey.
Mm.
NBA, look at this patch on the jersey, which says, NBA Cup 2025, something, or the court has like a logo on it. Their regular court has a
Mm.
logo that they actually won the NBA Cup. So it'll always be top of mind. Other than that, what happened? It was over. So yeah.
You know what? You're absolutely right. But the Lakers did hang their NBA Cup banner. But you know what? Here's
I
the
don't
deal,
see
though.
it. I don't see it. If I'm sitting on the couch watching the game, I don't see that banner in the rafters. I gotta be
Hmm.
I gotta be in the arena to see it. If I am a home watcher of these NBA games, what is my indicator that this particular team won the mid-season tournament? What is it? It should be something it should be a logo on their court for the rest of the season, right? Something on their jersey, which gives them a little badge of honor, which lets me know that this team, when we're talking about in March, won the NBA Cup.
I don't know that it matters. Now, here's the deal. The Los Angeles Lakers have what, 17 banners? A lot of people were saying they're not really going to hang this in season tournament banner, are they? Yes, they did. They're not really going to do a whole trophy ceremony and crown and MVP for the tournament. Yes, they did. So I think if it wasn't the Lakers, a storied franchise, maybe it would be a more big deal.
Oh, okay,
And,
okay,
the Lakers
okay,
are used to hanging banners. You
okay.
don't see the other 17 banners when you're sitting at home either. It's more so for when
No,
you're in the arena,
that's true.
you know.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the NBA broke up the East and the West into four groups. And I'm telling you, some of these groups, they are very competitive, while others, I don't know. I just don't know. What's up? What you think about these groups?
I'm telling you right now, I got two favorite groups, from one favorite group from the East and one favorite group from the West. My
Uh-huh.
favorite group from the East is Group C, with the Celtics, Cavs, Bulls, Hawks, and Wizards. Now, it's not because of the Wizards, but most definitely because of the Cavs and the Celtics, and I ain't mad at the Hawks and Bulls. But the Cavs and Celtics, the way they're
Uh-huh.
playing right now, that out of the East groupings, Group C for me is the one I'm really excited about. That group alone, right? Because I think
Uh-huh.
that from the East perspective, the potential of the NBA Cup being part of the NBA Cup Finals, if it's what it's called, is going to come from that group. That's what I
Okay.
think,
Yeah.
right? And then from the West, Group B, because I'm all things OKC right now. So OKC, Suns, Lakers, Jazz, and Spurs. Not because of the Spurs, and most definitely not because of the Jazz, but them Suns. I don't know. We'll talk about that. But OKC, Suns, and Lakers, I can see somebody being part of the finals from Group B in the West. So those are my two groups where I'm like, oh yeah, that's extremely competitive, especially based on how they're playing right now at the top of the season. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so my favorite group out of the West is Group C. I think
Group
it's going to be the
C.
most competitive with the Denver Nuggets, the Dallas Mavericks, the New Orleans Pelicans, not so much because they have been riddled with injuries, but
Yeah.
Golden State and Memphis as
Yeah.
well. You get Ja back. You got the Warriors in
Yeah.
that group.
Yeah.
You got, the Denver Nuggets and Jokic, and the way Russ has decided to come along.
Oh my
Come
gosh.
on.
Russ put that 29 points up. I said, come on, Russ.
Yeah,
But
gave
okay.
their first loss. So,
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be the most competitive. My least favorite group is Group A. I just think it's least competitive because I think Minnesota is 10 steps ahead of the rest of the teams in their
I can
group.
support that. I can support that. Yeah. I can support that. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And in the East, I'm going to go with Group A.
Group A.
Yeah, the Knicks in Orlando. You got Joel Embiid back for the Sixers.
Is he back?
Yeah, he's back coming Tuesday, the start of the tourney. Yeah, he's back. And then you got Brooklyn, who almost pushed the Cavs to their first loss. And then you got the Harlem Globetrotter Charlotte Hornets. I mean, what? It's going to be entertainment, right?
Okay, that's fair. No, I get it. I suppose. Yeah. Okay. I can support that from you. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
I didn't see it that way, but I can support that. My least favorite from the East is Group B. Not remotely interested in any of those teams. I'm just gonna be honest.
Mine too.
Not interested at all. So yeah, that's some good stuff. Oh, that's good. Joel Embiid is back. I don't know why I read somewhere that Joel Embiid cannot return. They didn't say it in this fashion, but I understood that Joel Embiid cannot come back until he's cleared from injury, and then he serves his 3 games. I thought I didn't know it was going to happen. It can happen simultaneously. I didn't understand that in my.
Gotcha. Yeah, his first game back will be the tournament.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that changes my perspective because I'm like, if Joel Embiid is not playing, then the Sixers for me they are not competitive at all. Unfortunately,
at all. Yeah,
at all. And then with Tyrese Maxey potentially being out for a couple of weeks, so Tyrese Maxey is going to miss the opening games for the NBA Cup because he's going to be out for about 2 weeks. So we'll see.
I know. It's just injuries have really started to kick up in the NBA. And it's like, golly, you look forward to a game, to a matchup, and then it's like, oh, so-and-so's not playing. In this case, Kevin Durant is going to be out. So when we're talking about the West, Group B, OKC, Phoenix, Lakers, Utah, and the Spurs, we know the Suns are going to be without their superstar players. So
for 2 weeks. Yeah, for at least 2 weeks. I know. Because one of the games that I was really looking forward to watching was going to be OKC and Suns. Because, at the beginning of the season, before the season began, based off of the paper, I wasn't really interested in the Suns. However, as of late. That's one thing about the NBA that I do like. If you're not really fully on board with a team initially, you can get on board with a team. And then if they start to fall off, you can just move on. Because there's so many other teams playing, right? But the Suns, they looking real nice. That Tyus Jones pickup for me changed the game for me. Changed the game for them. And I think that, although he may not be a high scorer because he doesn't have to be, he just needs to be a true facilitator and really, eliminate some of the pressures that the big 3 has on trying to facilitate the ball as well. I think the Tyus Jones pickup for them was spot on. So I was really looking forward to OKC and the Suns, but since KD is going to be out for a couple of weeks, then I'm gonna miss that. However, I still think the Suns will be competitive. So
yeah, they will be. They should be. Now Devin Booker can really do Devin Booker teams.
Right. And then another game that I'm looking forward to, and this is with Group B, is the OKC Thunder and the LA Lakers. I'm looking forward to that as well. Those are the 2 games that from that group that I'm really looking forward to see. The other ones, we'll see how they fit into my schedule.
How they fit in. Okay. Now, look, believe it or not, I have become a true fan of the Detroit Pistons. So I'm looking for them versus the Miami Heat. I am anticipating that game. Detroit, top 4, top 6 in the East right now. They're playing really good. From the depths of the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons have been born. Let me tell you, Cade Cunningham playing so good right now. He got some boys to play with, right? Jaden Ivey and stuff. Man, I'm looking forward to them. Everybody's looking for the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Who not? Who's not anticipating the matchup from the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics? I mean, right now they're 1-2 in the standings in the East with the Cavs, as we speak, with an 11-0 record. What are we talking about? Cavs are balling. However, I am looking forward to, when we're going to the East, a Nets and Knicks matchup. And let me tell you why. After watching that Cavs and Nets game, when the Cavs almost lost their winning streak, because the Nets had their number. If Evan Mobley wasn't there for that block, I don't know. They would have went into overtime. What I'm saying is that game had me on edge. And the reason why I like this is because I think that the speed, the Nets matched when we're talking about the Cavs. Hands, everybody had hands on both teams, right? Your ball was going to be deflected. You was going to get a steal. Everybody was doing everything. And the defense, the Nets now the Cavs could just be tired because they've been winning all kind of games. So they could be tired, right? But the Nets had their number, and they was this close to sending them home in a loss. So, yeah, between that and then the Knicks, I know that they're number 4 as we speak in the standings on the East, but something about them still is a gap for me, right? And I think that if the Nets, based on how they played just against the Cavs, they can bring that same intensity to that matchup with the Knicks. I don't know. So I'm looking forward to that game.
Okay. Another game I'm looking forward to is the Knicks versus the Philadelphia 76ers, mainly because I want to see what Kat and Joel Embiid look like going up against each other.
Yeah, I
looking
agree.
forward to that. I also agree with you too that the Knicks are missing something. I think they're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because Jalen Brunson, he was the man last season, but now Jalen Brunson has another dog on his team and Kat. How in the world are they supposed to coexist? And I think they're still trying to figure that out right now.
Yeah, I agree. Another game that I'm looking forward to seeing is the game between the Mavs and the Warriors. Because if I'm not mistaken, will this be the first game that Klay Thompson plays in his Mavs uniform against the Warriors?
Hey, Klay Thompson started the season hot. He went flat here lately. I think all the excitement has worn off, but he'll be fired up for this game.
I'm going to need for him after the tribute, because I believe the game is in the Bay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
After his tribute, I'm going to need for him to show up.
Yeah.
He has to. It would only be befitting. And, Draymond Green will probably foul out. So I can't wait. That's one matchup that I'm looking forward to. And I'm actually looking forward to the Grizzlies and the Warriors. I want to see the duo between Steph and Ja Morant. I just something about
hopefully he's back. Hopefully he's out with a hip or something.
I know. He's day to day. That's what I'm saying. So you want to get up for these games, but they're like day to day. The players you really want to see, and the players that people buy tickets for, the players that I sit on the couch to watch, they're not playing. So it kind of makes me sad about that. But however, I think the game is still good because the Warriors bench right now, giving everybody the business. We ain't nobody ready for them. So those are the games. Oh, and you know what though? I have the Wolves and the Kings from the West in Group A that I'm looking forward to, but the Kings as of late.
Yeah. Yep. I have that on my list too, but I might be watching that one with one eye open because I just think it might be a slaughter. The Wolves, Anthony Edwards is just playing like a monster right now.
I love him. Yes. And then I have the Rockets. I am still here for the Rockets in some regard, and the Rockets and the Kings from that Group A from the West. So,
okay. Yep. Exciting stuff underway. I cannot wait. I just hope players take it serious and really, because these games count towards their standings. Let's not play around.
Right. So the Sixers really need, once Joel Embiid gets back, they need to be on all cylinders because they are at the bottom of the East as we speak. 1 game won out of 8. So they really need Joel Embiid to come back, beast mode, and bring them back up. Because right now there are some teams sitting at the top of the East, i.e. Hornets, that I don't know if they should be there. I'm glad they are. Because hey, if one of the core contending teams that we all anticipate to be up there, which is the Sixers, they're not there. Why can't the Hornets reap the benefits of that? Can they maintain it? Is the thing. If the Sixers get back on track,
right? And the Bucks, right?
And the Bucks, right? So we're talking about and the Bucks, yes.
Yeah. So we're talking about Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets, who are currently occupying those top
Yep.
spots because
Yep.
the Sixers and the Bucks
Mhm.
suck.
And if they
Okay.
can stay there, good for them.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.